Hello and welcome to my channel. This is chapter 9 of I'm Here for a Reason, the haves and the have-nots. And I have another quote that I found for a vision board that I'm doing tomorrow. And I get to kind of just put all these people that I am so fond of, like Martin Luther King and JFK and um, Elvis and all these people that really took a stand in their time against that oppression that they were facing. And the quote says, "Don't be ashamed of your story. It will inspire others." And that's really big for my work with Kathy's Corners, to say, don't be afraid to share your story. Don't be ashamed to share your story. When people hear my story, when they say, oh, it involved her children, they just like wash their hands of me. They say, well, anybody who would do something like that doesn't know, like they don't have any worth. They don't have any, they're not worth my time. And I want to say to them, be careful, because you don't know the story. Unless you know the whole story, if you only know the headline and you're judging somebody on the headline as a have not, but you don't know the whole story, you don't know all the backstory behind it and what happened that led up to that point, that person is a have for everything that they went through, everything that they struggled with, all the rejection, all the pain, all that hurt, all that isolation. They're a have because they've went through the fire, they went through the hardship, they went through that that story of their life. And that story will become a story, and it will go around and around and around, and we will relive it and relive it and relive it and relive it. And I can't wait until that day comes when somebody relives my story who isn't me, and they say, oh my gosh, I can't believe she went through something like that. I can't believe, mental illness was that strong for her. I can't believe her psychotic events were so intense. They were. And, that story will become somebody else's blueprint, or, for their own journey one day. And so, yeah, so I'm careful when I judge people as a have not. Even when it's like, oh, it's black and white, it's so clear, it's so like obvious that they're this evil person. They have a story that you don't know, and you can't judge them without knowing that full story. So yeah, it's a slippery slope, I mean, what makes somebody a have or a have not? What makes somebody become a mass shooter? What makes somebody become, you know, well, I mean, terrorists, that's different, because they are kind of raised differently. You know, they aren't really given a choice sometimes of how their upbringing brought them to that point. But we all live under the same roof. We all live under heaven, and our stories will come out, and our stories will, um, you know, be, our stories will be revealed at one point. And if you are just a plain old scary, evil person who does naughty things all their lives because you were raised, you know, one way or another with, goodness or with not such um, good intentions. That's all going to be revealed. So, and I can't wait. I can't wait till that day comes. So yeah, don't be ashamed of your story. It will inspire others. All right. So these are the classic tarot cards. We picked 3 cards, one for the past, one for the present, and one for the future. Oop, there are 2 there. This one. The Tower card. Like it. That's for past. So that means that anything that isn't under God, isn't worthy of goodness, is going to fall. It's going to fall. It's just plain old going to fall. So, and it's going to be rebuilt on solid ground. Second one, they're naked, sorry. The Lover's card. That's a great present card because it is all about connection and coming together and rebuilding, and it's a beautiful card. All right. And then the third card is for the future. We'll have some anxiety, with the change, but it is the 9 of Cups. Make a wish. What do you want your future to be? What do you want your future to hold? We have in the United States, we have a new president coming in. What is it that we want? Let's get together. Let's form a unity that says we're not going to be divisive anymore. We're not going to be fighting anymore. We have to come together. We have to join forces that says we're all halves. We're not have-nots. We're all halves. And our stories can inspire each other. Why do we have to fight? Why do we have to divide? Why do we have to split this country all the time? All right, this is the Power Thought card. And it says, I release all criticism. I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. I release all criticism. So, if this world that we live in can't get along, if we have to live in the haves and the have-nots, I don't know. How can we release that criticism? How can we release judging each other and hurting each other and harming each other? How can we stop that? So, all right. Yeah, I wish, that Make-A-Wish card. I wish that this country comes together without having to have a war. Comes together where the tower falls. I mean, that last administration is going to fall, and they're going to be revealed, and everything's going to be, everything's going to come out into the light. You can't hide in the darkness anymore. And, sorry, oops. And, from that, let's just build on solid ground. We don't have to be one way or another, one side or another. We can meet in the middle, and we can come together, and we can join forces, and we can, I don't know if I said unite together, but we can come together. We can unite. We are a country of not division, but of United States. We have to come together. So, I wish that for our country. So, all right, have a wonderful day, everybody.